because I had to hold on to my knees. Okay? And then you want to just pull that clean gas in. Remember we were talking about that, squeezing that in and aligning that spine, the torso. The shoulders are going to roll down the spine like ice cream cones sliding down. And you're going to take a big inhale and exhale. Close your eyes softly, big inhale. And exhale. Nice and easy. Relax the shoulders out of here. Unshort them. Soften your forehead and cradle it. Light on that. Now, when you're feeling good, put that yoga face on. Takes less wrinkles to make a smile, and it doesn't be mad. Tuck the chin just a little bit so the neck isn't feeling too much pressure. And again, are you breathing? Where is the breath? Where's the mind? Is it talking to you, telling you you don't like this? Does it feel good, or is it cramping? Move a little bit, do an adjustment. Get what you need. Tuck a blanket or a pillow or a towel underneath that glute. Maybe a block. And again, as you breathe in, realign. Sitting tall, adjust. Maybe switch out those legs and breathe. So this is the part in yoga that's the hardest because we're not doing anything. We're not moving, we're trying to sit up tall, and it takes more muscle to sit up tall and to breathe, to let the mind go so that we're not wandering on the grocery list and things we have to do when we get home, cleaning. Now I gave you guys all of this to think about. So exhale it right on out. That's how we learn to let things go. I'm going to take 2 last breaths here. Big breaths in and big breaths out. Let's go ahead and just tuck that chin to the chest. And we're going to roll the right ear to the right shoulder and send that chin up to the ceiling. Send that left shoulder away from the ear. Inhale. Watch that spine. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Bring that chin back to center. And switch it up. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin up to the sky. Pull that right shoulder away from that chin. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that head back to center. I'm going to go over to the right. And then we're nice and easy. We're going to breathe and exhale. Look over to the left. We're going to bring it back to center. Then we're just going to roll that head. So we're going to drop the chin. Roll to the left. Now if you're slouching, adjust that spine. Don't let the head fall too far back if that's going to bother the neck. And go slow. Imagine you're trying to move through something really thick like jello. And then when you're done, bring that head back to center. Nice and easy, bring the hands to the hips. You're going to straighten out those legs as you lean back and shake them out. Point and flex and do some foot circles with those ankles, 4 in each direction. And then nice and easy, I'm going to scoot down towards my mat, bend my knees. And I'm going to roll down. So I'm going to bring my arms here like I'm serving a tray. I'm going to do a C curve, squeeze that Piangasana. Here's our abs. Nice and easy, roll it down 1 vertebra at a time. If you need to use that elbow, bring that left elbow down. Hold it. Smile. Press into the feet, press into the feet. Inhale. Roll it down. All the way. Big body stretch, arms overhead, reach. One knee into chest at a time. Roll side to side, lengthen that spine. Now, if you have that low back aching, I have this little towel here I'm going to put right underneath that space I have in my low back that really keeps me from feeling that ground. And then nice and easy, I'm going to adjust so that my spine is nice and long on that mat. So my feet are hip distance apart. I want to bring my heels directly under my knees. And then I'm going to walk my toes and heels out just a smidge to the back of the knees are no longer touching. Oh, that's so far. So maybe you have a little touch. That's okay, because you don't want them all the way on the ground. So just find where they're still nice and easy, where you can touch the toes and the heel. Nice bend in the legs. Now tilt that pelvic floor up, squeezing the glutes. Pelvic floor comes higher than the ribs. Exhale, bring it down. Hips are going to come up above that pelvic floor. Don't pop the ribs. And then nice and easy, use the feet, press into the heels as you rock it up and down in that pelvic tilt. Allow the breath to help you. 2 more. The hands are going to come down alongside the hips about a foot distance away. And then from here, we're just going to nice and easy inhale and exhale, press into the heels as we roll it up into a little bridge. It's kind of far, so you're going to feel like, oh my God, I'm falling. Squeeze those hips up, use those abs. Pretend like you have a ball between the knees. Bring them a little closer. Inhale. Exhale, start with the shoulders, roll it down. It's just a little bit of height. You're not going to be all the way up, so don't worry. Inhale, exhale, roll it up. Press into the feet. Heels especially, really squeeze those inner thighs together. Lift the toes. Place them down, relax, breathe, squeeze those hips up. Inhale, knees together if possible, and roll it down. Bring one knee in and then the other. Roll it out. All right, girls. Place those feet down a little closer. Reach those fingertips down towards those heels. We're going to do a real bridge. So this time, make sure those knees are directly under the hips. From here, you're going to press into those heels. You're going to roll that pelvic floor up. Squeeze those knees in. Lift those hips. Press into the heels. Breathe. Press, squeeze, lift. Breathe. Press into the heels. Squeeze, lift. Squeeze those knees together. Lift. Breathe. High on the toes, lift the heels, and roll it down on the exhale. Slow and control. And bring those knees in the chest. Over. Ready? Place those feet back down. We're going in for another bridge. Inhale. And exhale, press it up. Roll it on up. Good job. Now, squeeze those rib and hips together so that those ribs don't pop out. Squeeze the glutes, press those hips up. If you need to use those hands under the booty, do it. Woo. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and easy. You're going to press into that right foot, and that left foot's going to come straight on up to the ceiling. Flex that foot. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Hold it wherever it feels comfortable. Woo. Lift. Press into that other foot. Lift. Nice and easy on the exhale. Bend that foot. Bring it down. Adjust. Find comfort. Take that mind into the breath. When you're ready, press into that other foot. Send that right leg up and do the same. Ooh, try not to have a death grip in the hands. Ooh, yes, breathe, lift, pointing flex. Ooh, press into that left heel. When you're ready, inhale, lift. And exhale, nice and easy, bring it down. High on the toes. Roll it down on that exhale. Bring those knees into chest. Ooh, breathe in, breathe out. So a lot of our low back problems come from these hip flexors and the abs that connect to those quads. So this is really opening up the front of our torso and getting those abs worked out. Yay! So one more set. When you're ready, bring it on down. You have the option to go into full wheel if it's in your practice. If not, we're going to go into bridge. So when you're ready, arms are down alongside your hips, nice and easy. Press it into those heels. Inhale, roll it on up on the exhale. Ooh. Good job, Inside. Breathe. Remember, pressing into the heels. Feel the energy from the heels. Try to bring the knees back in line with those heels without dropping those hips. Last 2 breaths. Inhale, lift, squeeze. Exhale, let me hear it. Inhale. High on the toes. Nice and easy. Gently, careful. Bring it down on that roll. Start with those shoulders. Curve it down and the heels. Knees in the chest. You hear Wednesday, snap, crackle, pop? That's what this is about, bringing space in the areas that are like tight, just from us not moving and being stressed out. All right, how's everybody feeling? All right, happy baby, take it wide. Couple options, peace fingers on those big toes. You can open it wide, drop those elbows down, or you can just hang out in your happy baby. Excuse me. See, this is why I am put my nails back on. Not that I'm sick, but I've been around dust and I have allergies, so it's like, nah. You're checked. All right, nice and easy. Place those feet down and you bring them back. We're going to straighten out that left leg. Couple of variations and options for you. You can like hover it. So you are engaging those abdominals all down that left leg. Keep it flexed though if you want to hover it. So it stays activated from the glute and that hip flexor. If that's too much, you can leave it down and still keep it flexed and activated, or you can bend it. Left leg is going to come up. I'm going to inhale. Exhale, I'm going to start with my chin and I'm going to roll up, grab my right leg, and I'm going to walk myself up my leg. And I'm going to pull it twice to me on the exhale. Inhale, switch legs, pull twice in with the left. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale, pull twice. And switch it out. Exhale, inhale, exhale twice. Inhale, switch, exhale twice, inhale, switch, exhale twice. Go at your own pace. Keep that back press into the wall. And that mat. Hello, abs. So, hamstrings and glutes are getting a nice stretch here. Last 2, breathe. Nice and easy. Melt it down. Bring those knees in the chest, happy baby, roll it out. What feels good? That's a great one, isn't it? I hated that one at first, the wide, big toe wide stretch, because my legs were just so tight. All right, ladies. When you're ready, you're going to send both legs up. Wiggle those ankles both directions. So from here, I'm going to turn sideways so everybody can see. we're going to reach up for those feet. So you want to keep those heels directly over those hips. So keep those feet flexed so they're strong and they're not flaring around, okay? Squeeze that P and gas, lengthen the spine. And again, if you need to have that towel underneath that low back, do so. Frankenstein arms here. We're going to inhale, exhale, we're going to roll up with that shin and reach. So from here, we're just going to do small ones. Inhale, exhale, reach, and again, and again. So don't forget, squeezing P and gas in. If it's too much to keep the legs straight, you can keep the knees bent. That's okay. Make sure you're breathing. It doesn't have to be a race. Go through your pace. Make sure you're squeezing that P and gas in. Pelvic floor from the bottom. You have 5, 4, breathe, 2, 1. Hold it up. Woo. Reach a little higher. Inhale. Reach a little higher. Exhale. And roll it down. Work out those legs somewhere. Walk them out. Stretch them out. What feels good? Not abs. I know. So my low back is one of the main things that starts to hurt whenever I am not engaged in any kind of core, especially if I'm doing the dishes or anything like that. All right, let's bring those legs on up. Woo. So from here, we're just going to bend the knees. Make sure the knees are directly over the hips. Palms are going to come down alongside those hips. Point the toes. Now we're going to extend the left leg out as far as it will go and touch the toe down. Bring that back. Inhale. Exhale, right leg goes out. Touch that toe down and bring it back. And if the toe doesn't touch, the heel is okay. But make sure you're reaching that leg away and you're not just doing can-cans, yeah? Use those abs, you're still squeezing. How's your low back, Sylvia? Because you can put your hands underneath your hips if you don't have a towel. For me, that helped me a lot when I didn't have any abs when I first started. So that does help me control my legs a little bit better with my abdominals because it takes less pressure off my back. Just 3 more. Bring those knees in. Open those legs wide. Happy baby. Roll it out. All right, let's stretch it out. So we're going to bring those feet down one at a time. And always remember to work one at a time. Cactus those arms out, drop the legs to the left. So the main thing here in a twist is, of course, if you have any low back issues, you don't want to twist, any disc, anything like that. So I'm just going to wiggle my shoulders over to the left. And this way, both shoulders come onto the ground. So there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that my arms are tight, my pecs are tight because I round my shoulders, and therefore these are a little short in the front, and I really have to adjust so they can open up. Inhale. Exhale. Use those abs. Bring those legs back to center. Adjust that spine nice and long. Inhale. And exhale. Take the legs over to the right. Adjust those shoulders again. Take your time, settle in, just release. Inhale. Engage the abs, use those abs to bring the legs back to center. Woo. All right, we're going to send those legs back right up to the ceiling. We're going to grab a hold of the back of the legs and we're going into Navasana, boat pose. So from here, I'm going to pull my legs towards me and fling myself up into my Navasana. So beginners are going to come here. Pull that flesh out from underneath, find the sit bones, bring the legs in. I like to tuck my hands underneath the knees. I allow the toes to barely touch, and then I bring them up. Squeezing the pee and gas will keep the ribs and hips connected. Think of your shoulders kissing the knees, gaze between the two big toes, lengthen the spine like you're sitting tall. Don't you just hate when the teacher comes out of the pose and you're still in it and you're breathing like, why am I doing all this work if you're not? Focus, breathe. Adjust because you're sinking, so grab the back of those legs, pull it up, engage those knee and gases, flex those feet. Now reach towards those heels. Woo. If you want to, you can straighten those legs. You can grab those feet for support, or ankles, I should say. Woo. But you gotta squeeze. Oh, gosh, you're doing good. Inhale, release those hands, exhale. Bend those knees, cross those legs, forward. Bring my hands in front so that I'm forward fold all the way. And on the exhale, I just let myself maybe melt down. So those right and left hips are probably like, oh my God. Walk those hands to the outside of those knees. Roll yourself up on the exhale. Big inhale. And exhale. Let's switch out those legs. Whatever was on the inside rolls into the outside. Inhale, arms up, and take that forward. Remember, the hands are here for support, yeah? You know, when you fall, the first thing you do is put your hands out. So use your fingers. Use the rim of your palms. And just get in touch with each one of those fingertips. Tell it thank you for all it does for you every single day. And how we take things for granted sometimes. Nice and easy, hands to the outside of those knees. Inhale, exhale, stack that spine. Inhale, exhale, release those legs out. Whew. All right. So we're going to go either back into boat pose. Yay, I know you guys want to do that. Or you can move in it. Or you can stay here. That's always okay. Learning that connection here to keep that balance is really important. So you can pretend, you know, just check it out and try it. Otherwise, you're going to move. So when you're ready, pull that clutch out. Find your sit bones. Bring those knees in, hands underneath. Find your Navasana, your boat pose. Whew. So from here, we're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're going to take it out to an arm across and bring it back into our mouth. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Good job. You don't have to move back on those legs until you can get your body up. Whatever it takes. Did I give you a number? Our last one. Woo, hold that Navasana. Hold it. Open those arms up. Woo, straighten out those legs. Last one, inhale. Grab the back of those thighs and roll it. Oh, knees in your chest, side to side. Everybody warm? All right. So we're going to flop over onto our hands and knees into tabletop. So I'm going to cross my feet, bring myself forward, and Roll it into tabletop. This is going to feel really good. We're going to do some cat and cows. To make sure everything is stacked, I'm going to drop the belly, and the head and chest are going to come up. I'm going to inhale. Yeah, press into those fingers, shoulders out of the ears. And exhale, round that spine, separate those shoulders, press into the hands. Inhale back to the and exhale to cat. So close your eyes and allow the breath to take you out. Right here. Thank you. So this is one of the best ones there is as far as really releasing. You're sitting down, work. This is cat cow in a chair. You know, you can also do that. It really helps to open up. So as we're here, we're going to come into a neutral space. I'm going to do some barrel rolls. So I'm going to round like I'm going into cat. Take my torso over to the left and drop it down. Swing it around and pull it up. Use the hands. Keep the body still. Just roll. Other direction. I know it looks like I'm going into a figure 8, but I'm not. Bring it into a neutral tabletop. Now let's go into a figure 8 so you feel that difference. Right hip's going to come sit on that right heel. I'm going to swing that left hip around. Right shoulder's going to come all the way up and around that right wrist and to the left. Back down to that right hip and again around. Once you get to that right hip, pop on over to the left. We're going to go the other direction. And really exaggerate. These are made to be exaggerated, these rolls and these cat and cows and these figure 8s. Why? Because once you exhale, listen to all the snap, crackling, and popping. The simplest things can really help the body if you just allow movement. All right, nice and easy, bring it on up to the tabletop. I'm going to do a little dolphin this morning, so everybody feels good about staying on the wrist. I personally like my hands together. It really depends on how you feel with the fingers interlocked. You don't have to. You can keep the palms down with the thumbs touching. It's totally up to you. So from here, we're just going to tuck the pelvic a little bit and squeeze that P and gas. We're going to pull the shoulders out of the ears and press into the forearms. Yeah. All right, from here, take those toes, bend them, tuck them into the ground, and press into that dolphin. Downward dog. Now, make sure you're pressing into those hands. Out of the shoulders. Now, maybe bend the right knee and stretch out that left leg. Switch it out slowly on the exhale. Walk it out. Slow with the breath. Got it. And if it's too much to be on the elbows and forearms, you can get back on those hands in the downward dog. That's fine. Keep walking. Now, your abs should be engaged. This is an abdominal workout as well. Everything we do in yoga. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. And then bend the knees. We're going to go into child's pose, knees open, big toes tucked. Awesome. So we're going to break down chaturanga a little bit, okay? I know beginners, intermediate, and advanced chaturanga, so sometimes new people, we want to try to get into that and do exactly what everybody's doing, but our bodies are like, yeah, all right. No. And that's where we get injured. So This is an all body workout. So don't just focus on one thing, just focus on everything. It'll get you through it. And what does that mean, everything? You'll feel it, okay? Tabletop. Inhale. From here, 2 options. You can go into plank pose, which is a push-up stand, straightening out those legs. Okay? We're going to internally rotate those elbows forward. And we're going to lean forward onto the toes, over those hands just a smidge, bend those elbows, and lower it all the way down. Yes. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, totally up to you. Make sure the toes or feet are flat, and then tuck the toes. Exhale, send it back down. Perfect. What's our option? Tabletop. Leaning forward and only coming down as far forward as you can, and just taking yourself back up into that upward facing dog. Okay? All right. Inhale. Exhale into plank or tabletop. Internally rotate those elbows. Squeeze those elbows into the ribs as you lean forward and hover wherever feels good. Hips do not touch down before the rest of the body. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes down. Woo. Let me know if those fans need to go on high. Inhale. Exhale into plank. Inhale. Internally rotate those elbows. If you're tired, drop those knees and lower it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Now make sure you unshrug those shoulders. Yes, good job, Dana. And downward facing dog. You're doing really well, by the way. All right, so I want you guys to watch these two right here. I'm sorry, I'm calling you guys out. Inhale, exhale to plank. Inhale, internally rotate those elbows and bend, lower it down. See how she's going down on her knees? Inhale, upward facing dog. Drop the back, yes. And exhale, down dog. So you're only, when you have those knees, you're not trying to closer. When you have, sorry about that. So when you have those knees dropped, it's a lot of less pressure, and you can focus more on how far in those arms you can go down. Like with me, my elbow and shoulder injury, I can't go all the way down. Or if I do, I'm going to go all the way. And then I'm going to adjust, engage, and come up. So a lot of people do this where they're here. They do the worm roll. And then no abs or butt is engaged. The feet are just like this, flopping. So my low back is like, what are you doing? And then I'm like, oh, you're okay. And I'm saying that because that's who I was. That's where I live. That's okay. Make the sounds. The body needs to release, because if you don't let it out, something else is. Okay, so take it easy. When you're ready, you can go to the tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees and walk the hands back to the feet. Give ourselves a break and forward fold. Keep the knees bent if that feels good. Let's just rock side to side. Bend the opposite knee so that you don't tweak those knees. And do it slow. Bring it to center. And then nice and easy. Yes, please, with the head. No, thank you. Softly. Carefully shrug those shoulders towards the ears and away. Again. Try to feel the back of the shoulder blades slide down the rib cage towards the glutes. Bend the knees, press into the feet. That's nice and easy. Slowly roll it up. One vertebrae at a time. Stack the shoulders. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, practice backward bend. Open the chest. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands and feet together. So in the process of doing all of this, abs are always engaged. You work them out, they should be engaged. Pee and gas, always. All right, hands and feet. Nice Tadasana pose in the back of the mat. Reach those fingertips away. We're just gonna go into the warrior two. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift back up. Exhale, plant the hands, walk them forward to downward dog. Take that left foot up and down. Nice and easy. You're going to bring that knee into chest, squeeze it, and drop that foot in between the hands. Airplane arms, heart wheel up, warrior two. All right. Check your feet, heel to arch alignment, heel to heel alignment. Squeezing that knee gas up and in. Knee over ankle. Press that left knee out or right, depending on which way direction. Oh, we'll have the left knee out, so we're good. Shoulders down now. Pull that ribs and hips in. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to reach forward and we're going to tilt those arms in supported side angles. So, imagine you're leaning over a ball. Don't let those ribs and hips touch on that left side. Kick in those abs. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, press into that left foot, that heel, bring it up, press into that knee. Flip the palms, reverse. Breathe. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. We're going to straighten that left leg out. Disco hips to the right. Reach the hands forward, and we're going to tilt them again for Trikonasana. Supported side angle is always an option. Breathe. Keep that pelvic floor squeezing in. Inhale, press into that left foot, bend the knee, and assist, bring it on. Warrior two. Straighten it out. Exhale, bring it down. Press into those feet, use those inner thighs. Inhale. Drop that right hand, reach back. No pressure on that right knee. Again, reach ball in that right rib cage. Reach up and over. Inhale, here comes the test. Exhale, cartwheel it down, into plank, chaturanga. Take your time. That's what I did, so don't be embarrassed. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know. So sometimes it was yes. Make sure you're breathing. So tabletop, good job, lady. Breathe. All right. We're going to take that right leg up and down. Bend that knee, bring it into chest, and step in. Between those hands. Airplane arms, cartwheel it up. Warrior two, other side. Take your time. Find your foot. Find your feet. All right. All right. So make sure the weight is on both feet. And that knee is over that ankle. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward, and then just tilt those arms for supported side angle. We're really squeezing into those inner thighs, pressing into those legs. And remember, there's that beach ball. You don't want to just cut off the circulation into those right ribs. You want to lean over it using those abs. Inhale. Exhale, pressing that foot, bring it back into your arch. Flip those palms. Inhale. Exhale, right arm up, left hand dangles down softly, warrior, reverse warrior. Raise. So the bent knee is in front and you're reaching back opposite that knee. All right, inhale. Exhale to warrior two. Woo. We're going to go into that Trikonasana triangle pose. So straighten out that leg, distal hips, reach forward and tilt it down. So really send that energy through the heels. Try not to crinkle in that rib cage. Good job, good correction. Breathe into it, feel it. This is one of the hardest ones, so you're doing really good. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, bring it on up. Straighten it out, bring it down. Straighten it out, bring it down. So this right here, straighten it out again, drop that left hand down, right hand, I think we're opposite side. Yes, just stretching. So when you get tired, especially in warrior twos, that's straighten it out, everything out, bringing it down. That really helps the body release. So from here, we're going to float down to it again. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel down into that leg. Remember, if you're tired, drop those knees, elbows internally rotate. As you lower, you should be squeezing through those elbows. Inhale, then. Tuck the toes, exhale, down. Child's pose, drop it down. Get some rest. So for me, my comfort in child pose is knees wide, big toes touch. And I just melt myself in between. Nice, audible exhales, ladies. Coming out. Catch your breath. Slow the exhale down. Inhale is automatic, or you wouldn't be here. Exhale's got to be thought about. It's got to be focused on, so the body knows what to do. Think of all the people you see in the hospitals when you go visit. They have the oxygen in their nose and they're breathing in and out of their mouth. How does that help your body? Feed it the oxygen it needs. Last breath. Now, whatever feels good, whether it's rocking side to side, cat and cow, figure eight, wagging my tail, opposite my head, because that's what feels good to me. And I'm going to come to a neutral spine here. I'm going to walk my hands out just a smidge. Make sure my knees are still under my hips, and then I'm going to come down to my forearms. I want to bring my chin to the ground and my chest, but that may not be possible. So you stay maybe on the forearms, or you can use a block and rest the head or forehead down. So this is called melting heart. And it's not an easy pose, but it's definitely one worth learning to do. Squeeze that P and gas, remember. Inhale. Nice and easy. Let those legs slide out from underneath you. Bring those hands, stack them underneath the forehead. And you can bring those heels up and do some windshield wipers on those bellies. Now, even on our bellies, have to be engaged. This is where we get a lot of backache, especially a lot of people can't lay on their bellies because of their back, so forth and so on. So I have a series of scoliosis, lordosis, and kyphosis. Yay! The trio. So I really have to make sure I take it easy whenever I'm doing anything on my belly. So we're going to do some baby cobras. So I'm going to straighten out my legs one at a time. I'm going to curl my toes under and lift my legs so it gets a little longer and pulls away from me. It's a little longer and lengthens. Elbows are going to squeeze into my ribs, and my palms are going to come underneath the shoulder. I'm going to pull the belly button off the mat and squeeze my belly. Squeeze. From here, I'm going to inhale. Exhale. I'm just going to lift the shoulders and chest. Woo. Now, pressing the hips into the mat, keeping the belly button off. Squeeze those glutes. If it feels good to lift those legs, you can. But you got to squeeze that booty. Lift those palms if that feels good. Not the thighs, Grace. Just the feet. Yeah, that's not booty. All right, inhale. Nice and easy. Float everything down. Right ear is going to touch down. Bring those arms alongside your hips and rest. Bring my breath. Nice and easy. Bring those hands underneath the shoulders. And again, lengthen those legs again, nice and long. They will, you know, the object is to keep them together, but sometimes they don't want to listen, okay? So just keep the booty squeezed. Now, if you're in church, you don't want to make a bunch of noise, so squeeze it, okay? Now, you can keep the feet on the ground. We're going to go up into our cobra. So from here, palms under the shoulders, squeeze those elbows in. Inhale. Exhale, press into those hands. You can either hover on those legs, off those legs, or you can keep them here and just bend the elbows a little bit. Now, squeeze the booty. Press into the fingers. Get the shoulders out of the ears. Lengthen that neck. Inhale. Nice and easy, melt it down. Left ear is going to come down. Oh, straighten out those arms. 3 variations here on this last one. Baby cobra, cobra, or upward facing dog, which means those legs are hovering. And you're on your hands and your toes. Tops of your feet up. So inhale when you're ready. Get those palms underneath the shoulders, elbows in. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you're using those abs and you're squeezing. If you come into an upward facing dog, you can keep the elbows bent a little bit. It's fine where you can breathe. Last one, inhale. Squeeze those glutes. And exhale, bring it down. Both hands down under the forehead, rest. Bend those knees. Windshield wiper. Breathe. Oh. Inhale. Nice and easy, bring it into a tabletop. Bend those knees, open them wide. Sit it back. So those series of exercises are really hard for people who have the rounded shoulders, like I do, and the hump and behind the neck, because we're always looking down and reading or typing or that kind of stuff. So it is really good for reversing that. My hump was ginormous, and now it's pretty much, you can't tell I even have one, but I do. All right, nice and easy. We're going to come into a tabletop. We're going to go into a quick, what is this called? Pigeon pose. Speaking of passing gas, my brain just did. All right, inhale, exhale, left knee comes to that left wrist on the outside of that shoulder. Reach down, grab that left foot, parallel. That right wrist, yeah. Sometimes it probably won't parallel, that's okay. Try to straighten out that right leg, look back, make sure it's straight. And then squeezing that in gaps, fly that pigeon, squeeze it up and in. Woo, breathe. Good job, good job. Squeeze and bring it down and rest. Sure. This is the hardest part, is to find a place to breathe here. So when Wednesday first began, and Alex and me, all three of us, we did the same thing everybody else is doing. So now you look at them, they're like beautiful swans just dancing, you know what I mean, on the water. It's craziness. But that's because they've learned to detach the thought and what they think they should look like, and what, you know what I mean, and they've got in touch with what muscles are doing, what their job is. Sometimes our muscles will begin to shake. Oh my God, that means I'm super tired, I gotta quit. No, that means your muscles are arguing. It's my turn, it's my turn. No, I'm supposed to do this. No, you always do this, it's my turn. They just don't remember who's the boss and who needs to partner up and work together. So if you give it a few more breaths and relax into it, they'll be like, oh yeah, okay. Place those hands down under the shoulders. We're going to lift those shoulders and chest up out of the ears, and sit that left hip down. And we're going to swing that right leg up and over. Cross it on top of that. Double pigeon. We're going to reach up with those arms. Inhale and exhale. Hinge forward and let those hands float down. Keep the feet flexed and find a place to breathe. Try not to force it. Just try to keep the sit bones on the ground. Try to lengthen from that low back. Remember, we work those abs, so we should be squeezing that pink ass in. We should be having those abs still engaged. Slide those hands back down towards the hips. Inhale, exhale, stack that spine. Nice and easy, release that right leg down. Lean to the right and send that left leg back. Ooh, we're going to come onto the hands nice and slow and swing that left leg straight. Take your time, parallel right. Just find your pivot. And then when you feel balanced, slide up. So squeeze it in from that pelvic floor. Squeeze it all the way up into your belly button. Squeeze. Feel the toes engaged. Everything is working. And then release. So if you think about it, when you get really pissed, something really pisses you off, all those muscles are engaged. So if you forget what that feels like, the next time you get mad, you're like, oh, she's right. Whole body out. So those are what I call your pissed off muscles down deep. That's where we leave all the junk in the trunk, yeah? Let's get some really deep breaths in here. You guys work really hard. Woo! Last two. Woo! Last one. What else you guys got to let go of? Today is the day. Bring those hands down over the shoulders. Inhale, melt yourself up on the exhale. Right hip comes down, lean towards the right, and swing that left leg all the way around. And gently hold it on top of that line. Inhale, lengthen. And I'm going to hinge forward, not round. And I'm going to let my arms float down, because this is my tight side, so I'm not going to forward fold like I would the other side. So from here, I'm going to keep my feet flexed. I'm going to inhale, lengthen, straighten up. And then on the exhale, maybe I'll walk those fingers a little more forward, and then I'll find peace there before I move on. Remember to unshrug the shoulders. It's all in the hips. The only thing your arms are doing is just gliding you down. Just let it go here. Might be easier for her to stop the clock. to sit on a block so that she can forward roll and get that stretch in those hip flexors. So, and I'm going to do that even though I'm taking a mount brace. I want you to continue with her and work on that. All right, bring those hands to the outside of the hips, and we're going to slowly stack it up. Straighten out those legs, nice and easy. Scooch down bottom of the mat, nice and tall. We're going to pull the ribs and hips together, do that C curve, and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Big body stretch, hands overhead. Reach. Oh. And then nice and easy, let's get over to the right with the hands and the feet for banana pose. Try to keep the left shoulder and left hip down. It's not about how far you can C curve. It's about how far you can curve and still keep those hips and shoulders down on the left. One. Now take that left ankle, if you can, and cross it over the right, and continue to keep that hip down. Gaze wherever it feels good. Inhale. You got that leg crossed, release. And walk those hands back to center, big body stretch. Inhale. And exhale, walk it over to the left. This has a little better curve for me. So everybody's going to feel their tight side. Find that curve gently, maybe clasp the hands, and then gently work that right ankle over the left. Keeping that right hip and shoulder down. Breathe. Two more breaths. And then nice and easy, straighten it out. Big body stretch here. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, you're going to bring in one knee at a time. Lengthen that spine. Nice and long. Take those hands on the knees. Roll those hips onto one side and over to the other. Bring it back to neutral. And nice big body stretch. One last one. Inhale, reach. And then as you exhale, just melt down in your corpse pose. Bring those hands down towards the hips, about a foot distance apart. Palms up or down, wherever it's comfortable. And then just soften the face and cover the eyes. Try to eliminate the noise. Enter your breath. Focus on the spot between the eyebrows. Watch the colors come and go. Feel the air fill every inch of your body. Slow inhales, fill the whole torso. And on the exhale, feel it just escape from every cell of your body. Slow and controlled. Yoga, more than anything else, is a practice, is a discipline. It is your connection with something that is eternal. You can call it consciousness, universe, love, source, divine. For me, it's God. But it is pure. It is the part of you that is untouched by anything. Remember, there is no rush for movement. You can stay where you are if it feels good to move. You can wiggle the fingers and toes, gently rocking the head side to side. If you feel like moving, roll onto one side, fetal position. Take 3 grounding breaths. 1 to release whatever else is rolling around in our mind. 2nd, to restore confidence and love within ourselves. And the last, to renew. For it's a new week, new beginnings. The light inside of me is honored by the light inside of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming out to my class today. God bless each and every one of you. Have a safe week. Namaste, Virginia. Ooh, good job, ladies. How do you feel?
Yeah.
So, perhaps maybe